All right, Letty, are you ready?
Ma'am.
All right. We're on the record in cause number MB2053147, the state of Texas versus Jonathan Richardson. I'm Judge Julia Hayes. I preside over County Criminal Court number 2. Welcome to the virtual courtroom. Defense attorney Ms. Katrina Anderson is here on behalf of her client, Mr. Jonathan Richardson. The court's court reporter is also present. And purpose of this hearing is for the defendant to enter an agreed plea. Therefore, the state of Texas has waived its appearance. In compliance with the public courts laws, we are live streaming on YouTube, and everyone I just acknowledged is appearing over Zoom from their respective locations. Mr. Richardson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you Jonathan Richardson?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your date of birth?
8/27 of 1986.
Did you agree that we conduct your plea over Zoom video conference?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you discussed your rights with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to have a trial?
No, ma'am.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you believe your client is mentally competent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Richardson, what is your plea?
Guilty.
I accept your plea of guilty, find you guilty of this Class C disorderly conduct, sentence you to a $500 fine plus court costs. I will credit the 2 days back time that you served in jail towards that fine and court costs.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Your Honor, I thought it was a Class C deferred.
Is it a deferred? Let me check. Give me a minute.
You give me just a minute and then I'll. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm looking at the plea paper, the admonition counsel.
Mm-hmm.
It says $500 fine.
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah.
Jail probated for NA months, adjudication of guilt deferred for NA months.
I see that, Your Honor. It's my misunderstanding.
Did you want to get with the state and clarify that, or?
Mr. Richardson, it's a
That's-
disorderly conduct. It was my understanding this is going to be a deferred, but now that I'm looking at it, I see it's not checked to be a deferred.
Yeah, I just go by what y'all give me.
I understand, Judge, and I apologize for the mixed up. Yeah, it's supposed to be a deferred, is my understanding, Judge, and I think that kind of happens when we end up doing the electronic signature. We don't see everything.
So you want to go open to the court for deferred?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so for the record, I'm going to rescind the prior sentence and finding of guilt of the defendant. Obviously, we have some confusion on the paperwork, and because the state has reduced this case to a Class C disorderly conduct, I'm going to go ahead and entertain the defense's request to go open for deferred and grant that request. What I'm going to do, Mr. Richardson, do you understand what's going on? I'm not finding you guilty.
Okay.
While the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty, instead of doing that, I'm going to place you on deferred adjudication probation for 3 months. As long as you meet your probation conditions after the 3 months, this case is going to be dismissed. Do you understand that? So basically, you can't get any traffic tickets, no racing on the highways, nothing for 3 months.
Okay.
And then as long as you do that, then this case will be dismissed after 3 months.
I wish I could speak to my attorney because I have some questions I'm not understanding. I mean, it's okay. So that means that means that I have to come in and report and all that every month or something like
that? No, it's unsupervised probation.
Oh, okay. Okay,
The
that's
only
fine.
supervision there is basically is making sure that you don't get any more problems, any tickets, arrests, or convictions during that 90 days. That's going to
Okay.
be looked at later on after the 90 days to determine whether you complied by staying out of trouble. And that's the only thing that folks are going to be looking at in an unsupervised probation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Rhonda, can you make a note? Can we credit his cash bond over for his fines and court costs?
I hope they will do that. I will note that on my docket sheet.
Thank you.
I hope they'll follow my request. You might follow
Thank you,
up with
Your
the
Honor.
clerks and make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did your lawyer talk to you about an expunction?
Yes, she did. She
Okay.
did, and I'm gonna start that process with her, or actually get her to start that process for me, sometimes probably in February, like the beginning of February.
Okay. Ms. Anderson, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this. Do you have the defendant's personal data sheet available that begins with your information and ends with the judge who completed the plea?
Let me take a look and see, Judge. I thought we provided that earlier.
You provided it, but in lieu of fingerprinting during a plea, we're having the lawyers read that information into the record.
Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, so just read all of the blanks, Your Honor. I've never done this before.
Yeah, you're going to start with attorney information.